All right. Okay, guys. Hi, everyone. I am Rebecca from ChemKnits, and I'm sorry for the little delay. I had some technical difficulties setting up. As you can see, there are now two cameras. I've got one on the stove, one on the counter, so we're going to see how this works with two cameras. Fingers crossed everything works. I'm not quite sure why the top camera, which is like not showing up as, the bottom one is widescreen and the top one is not showing up as widescreen. I don't know why, but we're gonna roll with it. And I think actually the new camera, like some of the quality stuff looks a little better. So I'm pretty excited, but all right, I'm gonna make that one go away. And I am going to try to set this up like I normally would. Okay. And then I need to move me over here. Aha! Hi guys! I'm so sorry that there were some delays, but I am Rebecca from ChemKnits, and today we are going to have some fun. We are going to randomly mix colors together from the Americolor Nifty 50 kit. And we're going to use a random number generator and some dice to pick the color mixtures. Now, some of you guys pre-ordered a yarn base, and we've got some of them on that chalkboard here. And so, yeah, we're going to dip dice, see what colors break, see what mixtures we get. And the last time we did this, I had like a number of drops that was a target. And I think I'm going to do it a little differently today. So we could end up with some really saturated colors. We could end up with some pastels. But I'm not, unlike the Wilton Color Right system, which I am very, very familiar with, I am not very familiar with this Nifty 50 and Americolor in general. I recently mixed all 50 of the colors together, and I found that the potency was less than that from the Color Right system. So with Color Right, we wanted around 30 drops, and I think we want more this time. But, you know, we might get some more pastel colors. We're gonna learn, and we're gonna have a lot of fun today. And I cannot see the chat right now. Oh, that was not the chat. Why is it not pulling it up? Oh, there it is. Yay, okay, I am unbelievably excited. Yeah, YouTube accidentally had the time as Pacific time for a while, and so that was weird. But one of the things I am excited about is that today you should be able to see me do the dice roll. So I'm going to go and finish setting up. I like renamed the cameras. I did buy a new camera. And a cable, so that way maybe I'm not going to trip over myself as much. But here is our 50 Nifty kit. Trying to get it on camera. And so when I do the random number generator to, where on the table am I? There we go. When I do the random number generator to select the color, this one is 1, this one is 50, and this way, you know, we can take our little crayons out and put them back. So that way we can try to keep it organized. I thought about sort of putting them all in a bowl and then just picking, but yeah, that just seemed like a little risky. And then for the dice rolls, I'm going to just do it into this bowl. I hope that the sound isn't too jarring or anything, but I thought it would be fun for you guys to actually be able to see a bit more as well. Oh man. Okay, I've got the stove heating up. And before we roll, let's see if I can. Okay, before we start rolling, let's go to the stove and add some vinegar to these pots. So, oh, that is not a tablespoon. Guys, I am off to, I had so much time this morning and I was just going slow, and then all of a sudden it was go time. All right, in each of these 4 pots, I have 8 cups of water. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vinegar to each of them right now. Approximately. Okay, I've done those 2. Please don't be school. Nope, it's just spam. Just spam. We're good. We're good. Oh. Many of you guys have small children in preschool. You know the like fear while you're at work and the phone rings. Oh, actually, turn on that light too. All right, so each of these now have 8 cups of water and 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Now, at some point, I'm expecting that my fan might kick in because it's going to get hot and scare us. But we've been forewarned. You guys are awesome. You guys are really awesome. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. So we've got the dice, we've got that. And I'm going to be updating the chalkboard as well for when I sit down. But I'm also going to bring over my diary, my little notebook here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay. You guys are all awesome. All right, so the last thing that I need for us to start picking our colors, and you guys let me know if I should like adjust some of this, but my thought is, where did it go? Okay. My thought is to use a random number generator. Not that I know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys can even see that at all. Okay, but my thought is to use a random number generator to pick the vial. And then we'll roll the dice to see how many drops. But first, actually I should back up. Okay, so my thought is first I'll roll 1 die to determine how many colors we should pick. Then I will use that number either 1 through 6, and then we'll randomly generate the vial that we need to pick from here using the random number generator. And then for each one, we'll roll the 20-sided die to determine how many drops. Not that I know if you guys can see any of that at all. This is a little complicated. A little complicated, but I think that this could work. So this is why, and then once we have that final proportion, I can use my discretion to like multiply it. So if we end up with 2 colors and only 10 drops, I can decide to up that proportion by a certain factor. The one concern I have is, there's 2 concerns I have, and I want to hear some ideas from the group. If we draw number 40, that's just white. This is just titanium dioxide, and I'm not going to add it to the mixture because that just adds work for me on the other end. But yeah, I'm curious if I roll a 40, what should I do instead? I could do, I've got like the mixture of all of them, or I could do like if I roll a 40, I could roll again. Yeah, I'd be curious to hear what you say about that. And then the same thing, when I roll these die, should I allow a 1 and only do a single color or not? So those are the 2 questions that I have for all of you before we get started. Feels like bingo. Oh, the sound is peaking. Thank you for letting me know. I'll just lower my voice. I can't really move. The mic is in the camera, so I can't really move that. So for 40, just re-roll. Okay. so if I get a 40, I will just re-roll. Ooh, 40 could be viewer's choice. Okay, and then the second question is, what about if I roll a 1 on this die? Because, you know, some of these, like, we've never broken before. So I don't know, like, there's the Americolor Violet. I have no idea how that breaks, et cetera, et cetera. So, so if I hit 40, I will re-roll. And I will come and look and see what you guys want. I'm just filling up some cups. I want multiple colors, no one color. Okay. All right. So, all right. So the ones, I feel like the one should be something like wild though. Okay. What about, I could make one like a, all right. Well, I'll re-roll on 1 and I'll re-roll if we generate 40s. All right, let's do this. It's weird me like not being on camera for this part. Whew. But yeah, I wanted the notebook so that way I could like write out the color name. Okay, guys. Let's do this. Let's pull up my random number generator, and my screen is really dark for some reason. There we go. All right. So for number 1, which is a Swish DK base, 4 colors. 4 colors. All right. Let's generate 4. Let's generate our. So we got 4 colors. Let's generate our first one. Number 10. And number 10 is electric orange. And how many drops? 20. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm pulling out my gloves. Oh, no, I sort of ripped that one. Yeah, the titanium dioxide just washes out, and it doesn't really do anything. So that's why I would leave that one out. But I'm going to bring, let's just shift everything over a little bit. All right, so we've got 20 drops of electric orange. You guys can see the cup. Come on. Oh, come on. Now you guys know why it took me a long time to do this the other day. There we go. Oh no, this is a thick one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's 20 drops of this color, and that is going to be a lot of orange because this particular color, like the drop size vary a lot with these. So, all right, so that was 20 drops of that. We've got 3 more colors. We might, oh no. Okay. Number 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That color is electric pink. 7 drops of electric pink. Oh, come on. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this. I can see those drops in the bottom of the cup, so I could count to double check myself. All right, what's our next number? 29. And that color is electric purple. That was 7 drops. Let's see. Oh, I got another 7. Oh, goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. All right. So I guess there's more purples than I thought. And the last color for this one is number 48, with it, which is taupe. And how many drops? Oh goodness. This one might 14. This one is probably going to feel fairly concentrated. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. 9, 10, 12, 13. I might be adjusting my plan after this one. We'll see how, that was 14, so how many drops is that total? 28, so this is 48 drops. And some of those are big drops too. Where is... All right, so we've got like this nice, it's like a terracotta color. This is actually really pretty. And I'm probably going to need to mix it a bit more, but it's way less bright than I expected. Okay, I don't want that to fall. But I am happy in that this feels like a nice amount of color. So I am excited. And now let me just check the chat. The chalkboard is here. Here, let me pull up my face. The chalkboard is here. The chalkboard is right here. I will be adding stuff. With the level of, the last color was taupe. I'm going to be now adding this to the chalkboard. I think the pots are almost hot enough. Okay, but I'm just going to be adding the numbers. Let's use orange. So we did 10, 35, 29, 48. And this was 20, 7, 7, and 14. So 48 drops. And those colors were electric orange, electric pink, electric purple, and taupe. I will be putting all of these colors and the mixtures that we drew in the video description after the live stream. Whew! Let's get ready to dip this one. And then as that's going, then I can start drying for the next. But yeah, the chalkboard is here. The notebook is, whoops. The notebook is to help. All right. Let's bring up There we go. I don't know why this isn't, it's the same camera as the other one. I don't know why it's not showing up as like a live feed. I've got our color, and I'm going to go right there. And the first one is a Swish DK. I have my tongs. And of course, I took my gloves off because I am very, very intelligent. Oh dear. Yeah, in general, I like the Colorite system better than the Americolor system. I found some of these, like the droppers, like a little hard to control, but ooh, guys, do you see that? It's sort of breaking a little green. Ooh. All right. I hope that you guys will be able to see. It does look like a cup of cocoa. Okay, I hope that you guys will be able to see this okay. I just mixed all those colors into half a cup of water. I'm going to stir this up, plop it into the pot, stir it up. It looks, yeah, it looks like a little muddy, but like that warm, like brick mud, and we're going to start dipping. And I want to go slow, but not too slow. On a superwash yarn like the Swish DK, we will see some of the colors start, like some of the other colors start binding. Oh, I didn't even look at the ingredients of all the colors in here. That's too bad. That's the one thing that'll be a little more complicated. But you can see we're going from sort of this pink. It's getting paler, but I'm trying to go slow. But with the titanium dioxide that's in here, that's why this looks so cloudy and you can't see the yarn on the inside. All right, I think I'm going to have to add this tip. Wow, we really cannot see that in there. Because the titanium dioxide does completely rinse out. But, you know, it makes it cloudy, and I think that they use that, especially like in the taupe and some of the paler colors and more pastels, to when you're making icing, to if you have a buttercream that's a little yellow, to try to make it a little more white. And, you know, that's just what they do. But I'm now, there's a little bit of dye left in this cup. I am going to be reusing cups. I'm going to rinse this out. And I'm saving all this leftover dye. So, or at least the most of it. But that was nice and concentrated. So, all right, I'm going to let this go. There's only 1 tablespoon of vinegar in here so far. The color is really, really pretty. Okay, we've got like some pink all the way through there, and I think things will end up, I mean, there's a lot of orange in it, so I think it'll end up reading more orange. But I think it's really, really pretty. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. The green, yes, the taupe definitely is green. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off, and let's go to number 2. Okay, and of course my notebook. Number 2. All right, where is our? Am I on the right screen? 5 colors. Okay, let's go for this. We've got 5 colors. So at first that was a 4, 5 colors. Let's see what we get. Oh, did I tap it? No. Okay, first color is number 5, which is Maroon. Got our cup. I should put my gloves inside out for some reason. Oh goodness, guys. All right. All right, let's see. We've got, oh, I haven't rolled this. How many drops? Oh my gosh. 16. See, these drops aren't coming out. They're really viscous. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is kind of annoying. 6, 7, 8. Like, I don't feel like that there's more than that many drops in each one of these. I think that was 10. Oh gosh. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. So 16 drops. Oh, phone, you mean you can't recognize my finger, my fingerprint when I'm wearing gloves? All right. 31. 31 is Mauve. Mauve, and it's this dusty pink. Which I imagine even if we roll a 20, it won't overtake the Maroon. 19. All right. All right. 19 drops of Mauve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This looks more concentrated than I thought. 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, 19 drops of Mauve. Okay, we're getting concentrated, and this is a Wool of the Andes worsted one too. Okay, I'm losing my random number generator. 23. Ooh, we got a blue. This is the color Wedgewood. What did I say? 23. And with Wedgewood, we've got 15 drops. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. You can see, I don't know if you guys could see the drops of that one go in, but this one was a lot easier to drop. And if they were all like that, then I would like this kit a bit more. So that was 15. 18, which is forest green. And 2. Well, there's 1, 2. Yeah, okay, I think that I need to have a side view, but if you watch the view where I mix these all together, you would see some of them like squirt out, like the drops are really inconsistent. And number 40, which is white, and by the rules we discussed, we will re-roll. 49. And this one is gunmetal. 7. Oh, too thick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's rinse off these hands. Problem is my hands sweat, and then it makes it hard with the gloves. Oh dear, I just did not tap the tripod. Let's see. It's making hot soup. You guys are awesome. Okay, so let's see what the color this one is. So this one had maroon, mauve, Wedgewood, which was a blue, forest green, and gunmetal. Ooh. So at first look, it looks a little bit chocolate. It looks a little bit like Hershey's chocolate, but it is more like a deep purple than a brown. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, let's go get ready to dip dye that one. Okay, where is this video? All right. Oh, and this timer is about to go off over here. So let's just take a look at our number 1. That's pretty. That is really, really pretty. It's very milky. It's very milky looking. I sort of want that to heat up a tiny bit more before we start dipping, but I can get ready. This one is a wool of the Andes. All right, while I'm waiting for that one to heat up, I didn't mean to change the paper volume. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more tablespoons of vinegar to this front one. It hasn't quite been 10 minutes, but it was close. And just to mix it, I'm sort of lifting it up and putting it back down. Well, actually, we're about ready over here. Turning off the timer. And all right, I've got our color, I've got our yarn, and after I dip, I'm going to come sit down and we'll update that chalkboard. There, you can see the, oh my, that was thick, and there's some more color in the cup that trying to get into the pot. I thought that I had stirred that well, but I guess not quite well enough. Ooh, this is like a plum, like a wine colored almost. And so this is wool of the Andes. And I want to go slow, but look at that raspberry color that's coming on right away. A lot of times we'll see like these reds strike first, but this is a really, really unique sort of red. It's not as bright. There's probably both, I would say both red number 3 and red number 40 in here, and a lot of it too. So I'm going to go slow. Because there's blues in here, but with wool of the Andes, the blues probably will not start binding to the yarn until we have more vinegar. I still might have done this a little fast. There's a lot of color in here, which is going to give us a really, really lovely, lovely yarn. You can see that there is some crocking around the edge of this pot. And that's still looking very chocolatey. You can see this one over here, that color in the milk has started to clear. But it's a lot of that shades of gray type stuff, that the Shades of Gray kit has a lot of titanium dioxide in it. And I'm almost going to have to just put this in. But what's fun is that as I dip in, you can see the colors go less bright, and then as you see the water drain out, okay, I'm going in. As I take it back out, you can see it sort of drain a little bit, but all right. Whew, my arm on that one. All right, let me come back over here. We're gonna sit down, pull up my head, hi guys, and the chalkboard. Yeah, that one is going very, very deep. Okay. But I like it. You know, I was nervous about the amount of colors, but so this one had 5 colors. It had number 5, which was maroon, number 31, which was mauve, 23, which was Wedgewood, 18, which was forest green, and 49, which is gunmetal. And of these, there were 16, 19, 15, 2, and 7. So, let's see. I'm gonna cheat. That's 59 drops. Yeah, I cheated. But the drops vary a lot in thickness. Like the forest green comes out like a string, but the maroon and mauve come out really thick and huge. I'm not sure if it's a gray at the end. Let's peek. It was a little bit brown still. So I'm not sure if it's a gray or how it's really going to read. But I think that it's really, really pretty. If you guys are new to the channel and are just joining for the first time, I'm Rebecca from ChemKnits. I like to dye yarn with food coloring, but also commercial dyes, and I really like doing things for the first time on camera and surprising myself. And so these kinds of mystery live streams are really fun because we don't know what the results are going to be, and sometimes we end up creating mixtures that end up being some of our favorite colors. But make sure that you're subscribed. If you're enjoying the video, give it a like. I release at least 2 yarn dyeing videos every week, and we do lots of live streams and fun stuff like that. So that's my little bitty spiel. Before we draw, sorry guys. Things are tight in here. Okay. I'm going to reduce this heat. And this one is looking like we're pretty clear. I mean, we're milky, but I'm going to call it on our number 1. So I'm going to grab, and I should check, make sure, yes, you guys can see. Ooh, that's cool. All right, I am going to, actually I want to turn this heat off. Yeah, that looks like milk. It just straight up looks like milk right now. I'm trying to drain as much of it as I can out. I'm sure, I mean, I have, technically I guess I've used Americolor food coloring as a food coloring once because with my 50 mixture I did sort of take it, well, we can't even, this is a very like brick orange. It's terracotta, it's saturated, it's beautiful. I took my mixture of all 50 colors and I did mix that into some icing just because I was curious. And I mean, it was cool, but it was a cool purple, but otherwise I haven't used it on icing or anything. But for yarn, this is a reason why it's not necessarily my favorite. I mean, the titanium dioxide just rinses straight out, so it's not like a huge deal, but yeah, that's just a fact. Okay, let's see how we're doing over here. Okay, so it looks like we've now got the blues, but there's, you know, this one had so much red in it that I am seeing red all the way through. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen here now as I add more vinegar. These are not as broken as some of the other colorways that we've done before, but I'm going to add, well, that's 1, 2 tablespoons, and oh goodness, I hope I don't run out of vinegar. That would be hilarious, right? Hilarious is the right word? Sort of gently move it. All right. That's like a really pretty purple. Okay, let's start. Let me sit down. Oh, let me sit down and chat with you guys. I see something very exciting waiting for me. Melissa and Oz Quilter Kansas, thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate, well, I appreciate everyone's support, but that that really like is awesome, and thank you. If you guys are wondering about the brightly colored boxes, there's a little $sign at the bottom of the screen. It's sort of like a tip jar. So thank you so much. Is it weird that you had a dream about the 2 colors with all 50? Yeah, the blues in that pot are awesome. Okay, there's that one. Borrow vinegar from the neighbors. Yeah, maybe if I can't, I should have enough. I should have enough. I meant to get more, and I forgot. Okay, let's. Where's my phone? My aunt who called doesn't text, so I can't be like, I'm in the middle of talking to a bunch of people on the internet right now. She'd be like, what? Okay, I'm not, I normally try to reuse my gloves, but sometimes it is hard. Okay. The only thing I'm hoping for today is that I don't completely run out of any of the colors, because I would like to do a skein of yarn that I use all the colors at once on. That might be something in my plan, but it feels, I guess there's still like plenty. Yeah, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Okay, I will try to get, oh no, I keep trying to fingerprint open my phone with, oh, you guys can't see that. I keep trying to fingerprint open my phone with the Oh my gosh. Shoot. Okay, this, guys, I will need to be right back. Hello? Everything's okay. She's going to call back and leave me a message. Oh gosh. You guys, I don't know if you guys have this, but like with my mom and like stuff, I'm like, oh, you know, if you call twice, like that means pick up. Oh, I already added the vinegar there. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Yeah, I have no idea if I was able to silence that. Okay, so we're going for number 3, which is another Swish DK. 6 colors, guys. 6 colors. All right. Number 3 has 6. And number 46. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is the color Stone. This is one of the colors in the 50 shades of, or not 50 shades of gray, and then Nifty shades of gray. 14. Oh no, see that dripped to the side. That's so irritating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Come on, 14, come off that lid. Okay, so that was 14 drops. Got some food coloring in my bowl. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh, I keep trying to do that. All right, let's generate another number. 37. 37 is coral red. And 18. I feel like I get nervous whenever the colors get so, like, the numbers are so big. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops. Come on, come on. Come on, come out. Oh, come on. All right, all of this coloration is approximate. It's funny, this one started off really stringy, and then I had to grab the fork because it just all of a sudden got like gummed up and huge. But we're at this like nice purpley color now. Don't really want to leave the fork in there. There's still some color on it, so la 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 la. Stir, 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 stir. Come on. The color come off. Okay, I'll try. I'll just set it on the paper towel. All right. No, the brand, so some of the colors are just really, really viscous. It's just really viscous. Color number 12, which is lemon yellow. Lemon yellow. And 19 drops. All right. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. 19 drops of lemon yellow. And let's generate another number, number 2. And number 2 is tulip red. Is there something? I'm re-rolling. Okay, that's weird. That's weird. Oh, is it because this bowl is not? Throw onto the counter. All right, Fate. I got a 20. Got 19, 19, 12, 20. All right, I guess I'll do that 20. Oh my gosh. All right. 1, 2. Oh, this one's going fine. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be a really intense color. I still have 2 more to go. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, let's see what number 18. Leaf green. 14. All right. I mean, I feel. Oh my god. Come on. Ah! Like some of these, like it's just surprising. They're so inconsistent with the number, like the way that you have to do the drop. 39. And that color is, ooh, that color is eggplant. I have no idea what to expect from this one. This one is going to be like the most saturated, well, I hope it's the most saturated color on the planet. 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now these, like, I think more of them have like the bigger kind of drops, but I have a feeling oh, I write that right off. Okay, so this time, I think we did get a brown versus a purple, but I think it's like a really nice one. All right, let's go over to this counter, and oh, I have this to clean up. like mixing the remnants of all of these together. At least attempting to. Okay. How is when I take these gloves off? I can't get them back on. All right. I might change up some of my rules and start going with 2 colors, because this is taking a while for me to mix each one, and then I can just shift the proportions. Let me know what you guys think. I like these colors that we're mixing. It's just intense. Use your nose to touch my phone. You're gonna love it no matter what the color. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you're gonna love it. Okay. Oh, I need to put on this camera. All right, let's pull out number 2. And here are my handy dandy tongs. Let's turn that one up. Oh, there's still some blue in there. This is pretty, you guys. All right, I'm gonna leave you there. I'm gonna leave you there. Turn off that front heat. Let's move some stuff around. This is number 2. I'm gonna move 2 back there. I'm gonna move you up here. Oh God. That's a weird sound. Oh God. Okay, that's why that's doing weird stuff. It's like, why is that sounding weird? There we go. All right. Betty, let's update the chalkboard. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go to 2 to 3 colors because this I'm getting nervous. I'm like, it's making me nervous when there's so many. Okay, so our number 3 was 6 colors. And the 6 colors that we mixed together were number 46, which is stone, 37, which is coral red, 12, which is lemon yellow, 2, which is tulip red, 18, leaf green, and 39, eggplant. And we had 14, 18, 19, 20, and I tried to re-roll that one and cheat. 14, oh no, and then how many drops of eggplant was it? 8. I mean, I like the D20. But it seems to like be giving me these really big numbers. So if it doesn't fully exhaust, grab another skein and use it to balance it. Oh, you're so sweet, Christine. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure well, I can't really say that I'm sure of anything, but let me, you can watch while I cheat to add this up. Oh, is that's 93 drops. That is 93 drops. Yeah, we're gonna go down to 2 colors after this. I think that this is awesome. I think that this is so, so awesome. And I am having so, so much fun. I actually, oh my gosh. Like in my head, I was like, oh, okay, this is how I'll do this. And then I'm like, okay, no, it's a little more, ending up a little more complicated. And I'm like stressing over the numbers. I think last time with the color right system, I just had 8 colors. And I was aiming for between 20 and 30 drops. And so then I just kept picking colors until we hit that. And we ended up with a bunch of super, super saturated colors. And so I was thinking like, oh, this time there'll be more variety. We'll get between like 20 and 100 drops. But yeah, I think that all these drops are so thick that, ooh, we'll see what happens. Oh man, you guys. All right, I am going to send you guys to a brief commercial break so I can go drink a little bit, and then we will go dip this color. Yeah. Uh-oh. And if you don't see the ad, don't worry, but it's just one of the many ways that I support all of this wildness. Having a fight of some cheese. Excuse me. Oh, that's pretty. You guys, number 1 is really pretty. It finishes with this like golden color. Mm. All right. I think everyone should be back by now. Oh, oh, and I keep losing the chat. Go with Amy. Wait, I missed it. You could, yeah. Oh. Oh, I see that. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll roll a 6-sided die. I'll do 2 colors if I roll an even number, and I'll do 3 if it's an odd number. That's a really good idea. It's a really, really good idea. All right, let's go dip this one. Yeah. Oh, that's why. She said good day. Good day from Australia. All right, so we've got our swish. Oh, and then after that, I need to start soaking more colors. I'm going to check. Oh, goodness. I'm going slow. But this is the epitome of slow TV. I know some of you guys are at home spinning. Some of you might be dyeing some yarn. Hopefully you're all having as much fun as I am. All right, I'm going to try to go into this pot right here with our extra, extra, extra concentrated. Ooh, if I can get all the way, this one might break green. There's a lot of color in this one. Okay. Problem with using a wider pot is that the water level ends up being correspondingly lower. But yeah, we're seeing like rich, rich maroons again, like that last one. And I feel like the Nifty 50 kit is a little similar to Colorway in that things will, in general, there's going to be a lot of orange and red. Ooh, that is looking green. Ooh. There's still some red in there, so I'm like, all right, I'm going in. Look at that green. Do you guys see that? That is so cool. That is so cool, you guys. Oh, it's not showing up the way that like I see it, but I think it's really pretty. Watch and sip tea. All right. Where is, let's check on this one. This one looks like it's just about done. But I want to reduce that heat. I'll set a timer. Set it for 7 minutes this time. Okay, I need to do a little bit of cleanup. So I can prep for the next round. This one. What are you doing? Oh. I'm rinsing out these cups. I have a pot. I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of vinegar to this new pot in the back. Just approximately. So that way it'll be ready to go when we need it. And let's go and draw number 4. If you're just tuning in, we're playing with Americolor food coloring right now. This is only really the 3rd time I've ever used this brand. So there's a lot of learning and new stuff going on. It's like watching Magic Happen. I'm definitely missing colors. So from the most recent one, where did the green come from? There were 14 drops of leaf green, but there was 19 drops of lemon yellow, and stone. Even though it's a gray, it does end up reading pretty green. So, okay, I'm gonna go up here, and now if you're just tuning in, we're randomly drawing colors for some yarn dip dyeing. And, oh wait, I need to put in some more yarn to pre-soak. I need to Swish Stroll. I'm using Knit Picks Bare Yarns, but this is not like sponsored by Knit Picks or anything. I am an affiliate. If you want to pick up some of the yarn or learn more about the yarns I'm using, you can find a link in the video description. Stroll Swish. And that's one of the Andes. In general, I like to pre-soak yarn 20 to 30 minutes or so. But some of the ones I'm using today get wet and soak up water pretty quickly, so you could even technically do it dry and get some really nice results. Pull you out so you are ready to go. I don't know if you guys noticed it. We've got a blank today in the lineup. All right. Let's, oh, that is so pretty. That green. Okay. Let's, yay, number 4. Woohoo! Okay. Now we change the rules. Rule change, evens. 2 colors, odds, 3. All right, let's do this. Got a random number generator. Okay, that's odd. We're going to do 3 colors. And this time I am going to change this up also, and I'm going to generate the 3 colors, and then I will roll for the numbers. So generate number 42. Which is warm brown. Our second color is number 22, which is turquoise. Warm brown. And our third color is 50, which is black, and you guys can't see those. Now, if I was going to mix all these together equally, you know, maybe we would see something like in the like broken purpley kind of thing, like. But it's all going to really depend on the dice roll, and so we could end up with something fairly pastel if we only have a couple drops. Let me fill up. I'm mixing all the colors in half a cup of water. Just doing sort of like my standard conditions to attempt to maximize breaking. Some of the colors have been so saturated that that has been a little hard. Okay. We've got, oh, let's pull up you and see how this color is doing. We're still looking pretty green. I'm going to go ahead and add some more vinegar. Tablespoons, and this is on the Swish DK base. And I honestly, sometimes it's really hard to tell early on if something is brown. I kind of hope that this one is brown with that green. I mean, it will be a warm brown, but it's going to be like a deep forest kind of color. And so that is exciting. Oh, I want to pull that one out of the pot. And then we will start finishing drawing the numbers for number 4. All right, when I mixed all 50 together, I think that my dropper just created like tiny, tiny drops. We do have, I don't think we've got breaking here as much as we've got like a beautiful wine color, and there will be a little bit of a gradient to it. So let's see. Yeah, but I still want to get a oven mitt. But look at that milk. Oh, the titanium dioxide. Okay. Let's get to drawing these numbers. You're already in love. Oh, good. I'm glad you're already in love. Oh, that is not the right camera. There we go. All right. Let's draw some numbers. Okay. So first, we're going for the warm brown. And 10. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, and this was number 42. All right, our second number is the turquoise. 14 drops. Let's see. Come on. Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. See, that's what I think of as a drop. But then some of them are just so thick, so you really need like a different, you need like a different thickness, you know, if that makes sense. You need a different amount of pressure for each one. And the black, 12. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know if you guys could see like how like weird and little those black drops are. I mean, I feel like 10 drops of warm brown is had more volume than the 12 drops of black. Now, that's volume, not necessarily food coloring concentration, but ooh, this is pretty. Oh, and I put everything back where it goes. And it's looking pretty black. I mean, like a broken black, but actually the center looks like legit black. So we'll see. It's not even reading that red or purple. So I think it's going to be really pretty. All right, let's dip. Oh no. Oh, I thought for a second I was like, oh no, you had to leave, but you're saying bye. Bye, Christina. All right, let's go. Maybe I can shift you that way a tiny bit. Yeah. We're going to go in front right here. Oh, the back is going quickly. And you, let's check on you. Oh yeah, that's clearing. That is almost done. Ooh, that's so pretty. I'm so nervous about that color too. Ah, okay. I'm gonna make sure I mix the right color in. Oh, this is pretty. I'm curious what's in turquoise. Blue 1, yellow 5. Okay, so this was 4. Waiting for that to get a little more. I'm all right. We just hit the chalkboard. All right, waiting for that to get a little more hot. But for this one, we've got 42, which was warm brown, 22, which was turquoise, and then 50, which is black. And we had 10, 14, and 12, and that math I can do, that is 36 drops. That one I can do in my head. You know why? I'm very sorry for the confusion about the stream start time. I had it set for 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, and YouTube like somehow changed my time zone to Pacific. And so then I fixed it this morning. But yeah, I think that might be why that there might have been a little confusion. But yes, I'm just about to start number 4. All right. And this is the Wool of the Andes base. And this was a mixture of, what was it, warm brown, turquoise, and black. And woohoo, that looks dark, even with only 36 drops. Woohoo. This is going to be, because so like the blues on the Wool of the Andes won't strike with this low acid very quickly, but ooh, those blues, woohoo! Yeah, we've got something that is gonna very much feel like a broken black here. Trying to slow down because I sense that there's still some reds in here. Actually, this is what I like to do sometimes, is I'll check color. Okay, we're at our turquoise. There we go. Ooh. All right, so I was saying the other day that I didn't feel like this was as saturated as Wilton Colorite, and maybe I should stand corrected. Like this is pretty saturated, and there were 36 drops. I think it's again the variability of the number of drops. Like with my little dropper bottle, I was getting tiny drops, like maybe the size of the black, and a lot of these these drops are just absolutely huge, oddly huge. Your computer and YouTube lie to you. Yeah, YouTube, how could you? Listen, YouTube, I love you very, very, very much. Thank you so much for hosting my videos for free. No, but yeah, YouTube definitely has like problems sometimes. But as a platform in general, I like it. There's some things like I wish that I could like tweak my channel page a little more, and like, you know, there's things that would make life a bit easier. But yeah, I think that in general, I'm mostly happy with it. So why is the water so milky? That is because a lot of these Americolor colors have titanium dioxide in it. And that is just basically, I think, a white powder that it doesn't stick to the yarn. And I think that if you're using buttercream frosting or something that might be a little yellow, it might be to shift that yellow more white, so that way you can make like make the colors that you want. I don't know. I mean, I think Wilton Colorite are absolutely more saturated. The total number of drops that we've had are pretty much double what we were doing with the Colorite last time. And maybe the saturation is like pretty similar, but I think that in my opinion, I think the Colorite's a little more saturated. Yes, the grays have a lot of titanium dioxide, and same with a bunch of the pastel tones. Let's go draw for number 5, which is going to be, and there are pots right now. I think that the brightness of this could be turned up a bit. I still don't know why that camera isn't showing up as widescreen when it's the same camera that I have over here, but we are learning. Okay, so for number 5, we changed the rules a bit, and we made it such that If I roll a 2, I'll do 2 colors, and if I roll an even number, I'll do 2 colors. If I roll an odd number, I'll do 3. To sort of like, you know, ease up a little bit. But 6, it's even. So we are going to do 2 colors. This is number 5. All right, and let's draw our 2 with a random number generator. Ooh, color number 1, which is watermelon. And I will be updating all of these colors in this video description, and in the recap, I'll put up what all the color names are in there too. And number 2 is 24, which is sky blue. And now I haven't been checking much, but sky blue I think is just, yeah, blue number 1. But watermelon, so it's got yellow, blue, red, orange. Yeah, the watermelon has a lot of stuff in it. So now let's see what our proportions are going to be. All right, let's see. I have a feeling it could be purpley or it could be red, depending on the proportions. So let's see. All right, we've got 15 drops of watermelon. Things are like skewing for the... and 17 drops of sky blue. Yeah, it's like things are skewing in the teens, but I guess, you know, there's like a 50-50 chance. So my prediction is that we're getting a purple, maybe not quite a broken violet kind of thing, because there's a little more going on in here, but it'll probably feel pretty close to a broken violet, I think. All right, let's see how these drops work. I think, so, I mean, this video isn't sponsored or anything by anyone, but I think if I were going to choose, and like if you guys wanted to ask for a recommendation of what kit to go buy, I would say to go buy the Colorite kit, because I think that, yeah, I think that it's cheaper and then it's easier to mix more consistently, but this is fun. So 15. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, the drops just aren't consistent size. Like, it doesn't feel like they're coming out. And this could be a bottle design, but I would almost rather, I mean, these are designed for icing, so you want the colors really concentrated for icing. They're just so thick that it's really hard to get them out of the bottle. And then you get some that I squeeze up with the same pressure, and it'll come out really fast. So 17 drops of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. See, that wasn't so bad. Sky blue. Yeah, it's just the some of these colors are just so viscous that oh, wow. I'm seeing like blue on the edge of the cup. I think I was expecting this to look a lot more red. But again, the thickness of the drips doesn't necessarily mean that, like, have anything to say about the brightness of the color. And ooh, that's a nice purple guy. Oh, there you go. That's a nice broken purple. Woohoo! Okay. Just got to move tops around, and then we'll be able to dip dye this one. But I think I can remove some of the guys on our stove. Yes, I think that the color, hi guys, yes, these colors are designed for a cake maker, for a cake decorator, not for a yarn dyer. But in general, I think that there is something nice about the simplicity of the Colorite system, which it gives you each of the food coloring colors individually, And there's no titanium dioxide, which is sort of the kind of the bane of my existence. Okay, this is our number 3 that had 93 drops of food coloring. And this is like a real forest color. We've got a warm brown to this green. I think it is beautiful. Really, really beautiful. That was the front. Let's move things around. I spilled. This one is just about ready. Yeah, we're just about ready, and the timer is going to go off shortly. The main purpose of the timer is to remind me that I want to add more vinegar. And so I guess we can do a little check-in, but look at that turquoise color. This is beautiful. And this was a wool of the Andes base. 1, 2. Ooh, that's like, oh, maybe it'll be purple at the bottom, but that is really pretty. Very, very like subtle too. The thing with some of these mixtures is since a lot of these food colorings have 3 or 4 colors in them to begin with, and so then that is really going to give us some, I guess, some nice like randomness here. I am saving all of these leftover colors. But depending on the timing, okay, let's do the stroll. Get a good hand on it. Okay, this is our stroll. And we have our mixture, which is going to be a lovely, lovely purpley color. And it's a mixture of watermelon and sky blue. Oh no. Here we go. And let's dip. And we've got, in all of these vats, I'm starting with 8 cups of water and 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Just sort of my, I guess, my go-to proportions. What's funny is, like, I did, for another video, I was breaking violet the other day, and it was a little weird because it came up, the colors were way more saturated than I'm used to. Yeah, I think I'm going a little fast because there's still some reds in there. Oh, maybe I'm at the blue. But I want to capture those reds before. I don't want to miss it. Okay, we're at the blue. There we go. Pretty, pretty. All right, set a timer. Okay, those are going, and I can come over here and wash these pots. Fishes. Actually, hey guys, I am going to send you guys to a brief commercial break while I go and do dishes. So I will, if you see it came up early, I'm sorry about that. But I will be right back. and you'll probably hear me chatter in the background. Insert. Okay. We gotta start heating up some more pots. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to move number 4 back here. Number 5 is still there, and you know that that stove is still on. So that one is now, oh, I guess I'll put it under low heat. About 1 tablespoon of vinegar and all right. The good news is that things don't really feel like they're overheating today, where sometimes it gets like too hot for me to even like put my hand over here for long. And there, and let's clear out this cup. There might be some pink contaminants in some of these pots, but on my hand. Let's get another. All right. I'm going to come with before. Now I know. Oh no, I can't see the chat. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's test color names in the Latin. Ooh. Oh wait, that's the wrong camera. You guys, 3 cameras is new. Okay, let's pull up. So now I want to share. 2 people ordered surprises for their slots. So, I guess number 7 for the surprise sock today, we're gonna do Hawthorn. I love Hawthorn. It is 80% Superwash fine Highland wool, 20% polyamide, and I just love it. It's one that I've recently started buying in bulk because I love it so much. And then we're gonna have a sock blank, and then for number 9, which is our surprise, drum roll, just shaking this camera. I'm gonna do Merino Style DK. So this yarn is 100% merino. It's not superwash though. So I think it's a little bit like wool of the Andes in the sense that it'll probably absorb color slowly, but it's merino. So I am very excited to try this one out. And that is our surprise for number 9, but I wanted to go and get pre-soaking. And then number 8 is a soft blank. You've never been sent to a commercial? Yeah, I mean, YouTube chooses who does it, or maybe they choose whether or not they let me do it. I don't know. Like it. Oh no, I'm gonna. Nope. I think I'm gonna sneeze, but then it doesn't happen. All right, so let's put in our hawthorn. Get everybody nice and wet. So that is our swish over here. Right here is our merino style in with the soft blank. I've got those like dollar store white basins that I love for pre-soaking. All right, the merino style is soaking up water pretty well. I feel like it's one that you could use with I feel like it's one that you could do dry. There's some yarns that when dry, they just don't dip. And then our blank. All right. Okay, let's start. Let's see. Okay. See where we are color-wise over here. I don't know what scene I have up right now. I don't know. I think maybe they discontinued it and brought it back for the big sale. I had some ages ago myself. Not bare, but there was some bare yarn of it, and so I grabbed some. Oh, that's pretty much clear. I added more vinegar there. So was that one. So I'm going to turn off the heat on the rear. I am going to add a little more vinegar here. Just a tablespoon, just in case. But I am also going to turn off the heat on this front one. There's going to be a hint of blue. This is very, very much like Broken Violet, but the pinks are not as electric. Oh, we still have some color there. Okay, I guess I turned off that heat a little prematurely. I'm going to leave that one in. That's our number 4. I'm like trying to keep track across my. Oh, I added vinegar already. Okay. We want to heat you up. Rear, we're heating up. Excuse me. Okay, we're about ready to roll for. Oh, I didn't write 5 on the blackboard. Okay, I was really, really confused for a second. Really confused. First day with 3 cameras, but I'm glad that I can now do like stuff on the counter and on the stove. So I hope that that will be better. So this one was color number 1 and color number 24. and the one was sky blue, and the 24 was, no, sorry, the one was watermelon, and that had 15 drops, and the 24 was sky blue, that was 17 drops, so that is 32. Yeah, I'm like a little confused. Okay, we are going to get mixing and rolling for our number 6. Excuse me, guys. Oh my gosh. I feel like the board this time doesn't pass on as much information unless you were to look at the, oh, I guess I could show like this. Unless you were to look at this and sort of like count where the, oh, you can't see the mouse. If you're going to look over there and like count over there and count the numbers. But yeah, okay. Oh. All right, let's shuffle. I have, all right, I think it's funny. If I'm thinking back into like which of these were the easiest, like I like liquid food colorings because they're easier to like mix. I'm not having to wash the measuring spoons and stuff. But I do, I like the simplicity of the first one with just the like random 2 Wilton colors and doing them kind of 50-50. But this is like, I feel like this is one where like we could do a lot of times and not get any repeat colors. All right, so for number 6, that's even, so we're gonna pick 2 colors. We shifted those rules a bit. We're gonna do 2 colors, and I need my random number generator. All right. I don't think we've had any, come on. I don't think we've had any repeats yet. Generate. Come on. 27. Yes. Navy. So navy has blue number 2. And I think it might be the only one in here that has blue number 2 in it. And color 1. Okay, you know how I said we had no repeats? But that's watermelon. So 27, navy. 1, watermelon. All right. Navy is like the color that I think I was most excited about. Yes. 18 drops of navy and watermelon. 14 drops. Things are like skewing high. I wonder if there's like a bubble in here. Does that affect the weight? Did I get a weighted die? Oh, 3 camera juggling. Yes, 3 camera juggling. Okay. Let's see how the navy drips out. If it's one that I like or if it's going to bug me. Oh, this is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That was actually like really nice. I like, even drops. Like it's not super, super thick. And 14 of the watermelon. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I really have to like shake it to get those drips to drop off. Otherwise they just sort of stick. So one thing I need to take a closer look at some point is the formula of McCormick's blue. Because their neon blue, I think, is just blue number 1. But then their blue looked a little more like what this navy was doing. So I don't know what it has in it. I don't think I have one on its own. But I believe that blue number 2, ooh, it's a nice purple. It's a really nice purple. I believe that blue number 1 is sort of like, or sorry, blue number 2 is sort of a turquoise color. But I'm curious about that navy. The dying dye spirits. I need a new dodecahedron dye. Oh, what else is in the navy besides blue number 2? So the navy, the first ingredient, it's blue number 1, blue number 2, red 3, red 40. That's what's in the navy. I mean, the thing is, I think if I was going to, yeah. So now I'm just rolling randomly, 18, 7, 1. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's just, you know, it's luck of the roll, luck of the roll. Oh, goody. And we are about ready to go. Just need to make sure I bring you guys over to the right camera. It would be a shame. Nope. Yes, it's very pretty. And we are doing Swish DK, which is 100% superwash merino. I made a sweater out of the Swish worsted ones. It is really, really soft and cozy. And I have to figure out what I did to this skein. You guys always ask me about like how I don't end up with yarn bark, and that is some luck sometimes. Well ordered. Yes, okay. All right. Turn that down. I'm curious how similar this one's going to look to that one, and I'm just double checking. Yes, we are up. Ooh, that looks like a really nice, oh no, there's still a bit of red at the bottom. There we go. I'm curious how this is, yeah, going to compare to the other one. I will say that you can buy some of these colors individually. So if the navy looks like something that you need in your life, you can just buy that straight from the Americolor website. And I think that you can get bottles that are bigger, so that would make it a little more economical. But ultimately, when it comes to different brands of food coloring, they are all using the same food coloring molecules. The difference, the real difference between all these different brands is the proportions and any secondary ingredients and the like concentrations and whatnot. Afraid I went a little too fast, but that's pretty. It's like too fast and too slow at the same time. I'm going to turn that rear one down. Okay, the front one is off. Let's see how we're doing color-wise. Okay, that looks like it might be a tiny bit of color. I'm going to turn, so that's 4, this is 5. 5 is clear. Let's figure out where I'm putting these plates. All right, let me give you guys like a little, I'm going to start to order. Some of these have cooled a bit. I'm not doing my like mega pretty twist because, but here is number 1, which was a mixture of a lot of stuff. Oh man, this one has titanium dioxide in it. When I'm squeezing it out, I'm like, that is milky. Our second one we got this stunning, not that you can see it yet, burgundy color that does have some like broken feel to it. Like there's some variation, but it's very, very subtle. Third one might still be a little warm, but I can comfortably handle it. And yeah, ooh. We've got a warm reddish brown all the way to this green with number 3. Okay, number 4. Back here, it's still on the stove. Adding an empty bowl for number 4 to my line. Number 5, tongs are over here. Number 5, I think this is like our turquoise and watermelon. And this is pretty and very like Rebecca-y, but it's a little bit more red, maybe a little bit muted, but very, very close to say like a broken violet. And this one also has watermelon, but is watermelon and navy. And I didn't set a timer, but a lot of those blues have absorbed. Things happen faster on these superwash yarns. But I'm going to go ahead and add, now I'll add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And I'm going to go dump, like a little shuffle, dump you. You over here. So we can get ready for number 7. Okay, this is on low. You are still good. Cool. All right, I'm gonna come sit down. We're gonna update. I'm sorry if you guys have any questions or anything, because I'm not for whatever reason the way I did this today, I'm running around a lot more, so I'm not always, I'm not seeing the chat as much. There we go. Don't think I've seen anything I don't like. Oh, that's awesome. Everything I dye is awesome. I'm so glad you guys like it. All right, so 6 had 27 and 1, and the 27 was navy, and the 1 was watermelon, and 18 drops and 14 drops, and so that was again 32 drops of color. Yeah, I'm definitely going to. I forget if I did, maybe in the last time I thought I ended up just verbally saying what each one was. But I think on this one I will put like a text overlay when I'm recapping the different colors of what the mixtures were. What has my water bill been like since doing Dyepot Weekly? Not bad, not bad. I don't think I've noticed like a big difference from doing this. But I'm not sure. I mean, I also I think that when I do laundry with 2 young kids, that uses way more water than the stuff that I do with Dyepot Weekly. I'm not sure if I could dye yarn with chalk. I'm not sure if it's food coloring based or what. Titanium dioxide is a mineral that binds to fats and appears as white. Which is why they would want it in icing. Oh, I'm glad that you guys are having fun. I'm like, ooh, I'm sitting for a moment, but yeah, I don't know. I really like doing these streams. I find them to be a lot of fun. But I guess I'm gonna just sit down for a minute. I think the pot was just about ready for number 7. I'm like thinking about so many things at once. Excuse me. What was I going to say? Yeah, and if you guys enjoy this, feel free when like I pop my head back up, then you know that I can see the chat. So if there's a question that I missed, if you guys help each other out or like bring my attention to it, that would be great because yeah, I'm not as on top of it when I'm over at the stove. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, and I know that these yarns that I'm dyeing today have sold already. I pre-sold them. But if you want to bring home some yarn that had been dyed in an episode of Dyepot Weekly or another one of my live streams or something, I do have an Etsy store. I'm going to drop the link into the chat right now. And in there, actually, you can sponsor episodes of Dyepot Weekly. And when you sponsor an episode, I give you shout outs in it, and then you get one skein of yarn that I dye in the episode, and it's, I think, a lot of fun. So there's that, and then there's also just ready to ship skeins of yarn in the shop. Yeah, I'm pushing my multitasking to deliver today. Yeah, and excuse me. The titanium dioxide doesn't seem water soluble. It seems like it's because it'll settle. So it seems like it's a suspension versus soluble. How big are my pots? I think these might be 3-quart pots. The smaller ones hold about maybe a total, like to the brim, 10 cups. I'm guessing. I think that they might be 3 quarts. And then I have, for the big, my dedicated dye pot, I think is 8 quarts. And that's like a multi-pot. And that's sort of what I would recommend. How's the fatigue? So there's a question. So I have chronic fatigue syndrome, which is a fairly invisible, because I have a bubbly personality, but the way that it affects me a lot is that my short-term memory is really bad, really, really bad. I get distracted easily, which you guys might have noticed in some of these live streams. But the fatigue, like with Thanksgiving and stuff, it's hard. And then I'm also like recovering from a cold, and so like when I get sick, it hits me really hard because I have a fatigue baseline already. But overall, my symptoms have been steady for 7 years, something really long. So, yeah, it's been a while, but I don't know. I think when I finally just accepted it as my new normal and tried to plan my life around like my new baseline of fatigue, I stopped being as frustrated about not being my old self who could, go all day long. And so, yeah, and I'm just lucky that I can do a lot of things. I just sometimes I have like contingency plans for stuff all the time, and I had to figure out how to disconnect my brain, if that makes sense. So, but yes, a lot of love to everyone who does spoon theory and such out there. But yeah, and then yeah, the holidays can be hard sometimes, but I've got very supportive friends and family who help me compensate. So I've got decent coping skills. Yeah. But yeah, so my symptoms started while I was in grad school, and I was able to transition to, like, I was ready to write my dissertation, and so I was able to do that from home. And my PI was very thankful, and so I had a little more time to write. And so that was like, and so I was able to defend and finish, which I was so grateful for. But then, yeah, and while I was in grad school, I started ChemKnits, and it's been like a lifeline, because even on days when I felt like I couldn't do anything, I was knitting, and so I was finishing projects and writing posts, and I could kind of do it on my own schedule. But yeah, and so now I'm doing for work, I'm doing my one of my big hobbies, and so I still have things structured so that way if I have to have a day where I need to stay in bed, as long as the kids are at school, then I can manage that. So it's a little realness. But I'll go back to spoony solidarity. Yes, exactly. So it's I work for myself, and so I think I posted on my personal page, I was like, man, my boss is something about my boss's expectations, because that was mine, because I was just overdoing it a bit. But let's go roll for number 7, which was a surprise sock base, and I picked the Hawthorne. Okay, and so first let's roll this. If it's an even, then we'll pick 2 colors. If it's an odd, we'll pick 3. And it is an even. So we're going to do 2 colors. And let me pull up my random number generator. Oh. Oh, yay. Funny, that's like the Etsy message sound, but that's about something that I'm buying. Generate number 14, which is the color gold. And let's generate a second number 8. Number 8, which is going to be terracotta. I wonder what color this mixture will be. Oh, goody, you can tune in. Okay. All right, but let's see. Oh, that's hot. Turn you down. Okay, let's roll for our proportions. Okay. All right, so we've got 7 drops of the gold. And how many drops of terracotta? 20. Okay, 20 drops of terracotta. So let's see. So the gold has both yellow 5, yellow 6, red 40, and blue 1. Huh. All right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, this was a good dropper. I like gold. Gold, you and I can be friends. That was you drop and a drop comes out. Let's see what terracotta does. Oh dear. 20 drops. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. A little inconsistent. They started off sort of stringy and then went too thick, become thick. So the only reason why I like bringing up the inconsistencies is that if I wanted to remix this color, it could be hard to get them exactly the same. But I'm curious. Oh, I didn't even look to see what's in the terracotta. But yeah, a lot of these secondary colors have, and even some of the primaries have mixtures of a lot. Ooh, Ooh, that's like a nice pinky orange. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, and I think the pot is just about ready for it too. Gold is a girl's best friend. All right, let's pull up. Nope. Hi, that's my face. All right, let's go to the stove. And let's check in. Oh no, you're good. Let's check in on, what are we doing here? We are clear. What are we doing back here? I think we're probably clear. Let's turn you off. You're good, you're beautiful. I'm talking to my yard. Oh goodness. I almost wish, like, I mean, I don't really want you guys to see the whole chaos that the kitchen is right now. I almost wish you guys could see the whole room because it's like hilarious with me like dancing around. All right, and I'm gonna go in right here. This is our number 7. And it's a mixture of gold and terracotta. And I think that the color might be not like incredible. Ooh, look at that pink. It might have some like medium to it. I think I added vinegar in here already. Why are you sticking to yourself, yarn? You know, I think this is going to remind me of Creamy Peach a bit. So we're seeing the pinks come in, but sometimes yellows can need more time and more acid. It depends a bit, but oof. I'm going a little fast, but see how and that color is now more orange. So of the like yellow food colorings, one of them, and I always sort of mix up which one is which. I don't know what you're like stuck on the tie or something. One of them reads more, of the yellows, one of them is really more of an orange, and then the other one is more yellow. But, ooh, that is pretty. That is really pretty. And there we go. Really, really pretty. Okay. That was our 7. And so that one had 27 drops. And I feel like this one had 32, but that one had 36. So it's just the saturation depth can vary, but I was like, I'm feeling a lot better about the depth of saturation from the color. When I did the first video, I was feeling pretty underwhelmed. But here's number 4. And I think that this is really, really pretty. It's very muted. There's like very little red in it. It's almost this marine blue with a hint of like a purple in there. That's just gorgeous. Okay, so we've got 4, 5. Got these bowls like laid out towards the door. So this was our navy and watermelon mix. And I would say it also feels like a broken violet. Very, very much like a broken violet. I'm like trying to think, like maybe there's a hint more yellow in it. Hard for me to say like definitively, but I think that it would be hard for me to like, if I just came across that, to say for sure, oh yeah, that's totally XY, like that's Americolor, or that's, I'm sorry for that scratch, guys. So I'm gonna have to do some dishes in a moment. Oh no, oh no! Leave no dye behind! Gotta rinse out these extras. Okay. And okay, so I'm gonna need 2 more pots. All right, I want to come and chat a minute before I do the dishes. See if there's what's going on with you guys in the chat. Woohoo! 3 camera day! Yay! Portuguese sunset. Wait. Why do the colors in the live stream make you hungry? Doesn't everyone talk to their yarn? Have you thought about the interaction of the different pot metals and the dye baths? So there definitely could be something. And frequently, like one of the pots is definitely stainless. 2 of them are coated. And the other one, I'm not sure what it is. It's a pot from my grandma, and it's an old one. But yeah, there could be, I'm not sure if that last one is aluminum. I don't think it's stainless, but I don't know what that one is. I mean, it could be like non-shiny stainless. I'm not sure what that one pot is made out of, actually. But yes, certainly like aluminum could like affect the color absorption a bit. Metals and metal ions can shift colors and whatnot. So there is something that could be happening there. I haven't observed, like I've used a lot of these pots before, and I haven't observed really something differently from pot to pot. Certainly I've done broken violet in both the stainless one and the one that is the coated one that the outside is like this poor pot. That pot right there, the outside of that pot used to be black, and that's just wearing away. I have used that one, oops, I've used that one a lot. So, but yeah, I mean, I know that like as a mordant, you could use a rusty nail for some iron, and so then clearly like the pot could contribute something. Right, so I think that the coated ones probably wouldn't react with anyone. The one that I would worry about reacting would be the one that I don't know what the metal is. But I mean, I honestly, I don't know. Let me go. I don't think the pot even says. I mean, that one pot, well, no, there we go. That pot is, that is, I think, an aluminum pot, maybe. But I think that I actually started dyeing in that pot, and so yeah, I mean, I don't know, but it's hard to say if the pot is aluminum or if it says aluminum company or aluminum coated, but the coating of this pot is gone. Here, let me show you guys. So this is the pot that used to belong to my grandma. And you can barely read what it says there on the bottom. Yeah, my grandma gave me that pot that had been hers when I got my first apartment, actually. actually. And this one is stainless, and that's actually one of my favorite ones to use because I like that you can see the color of the dye very clearly. And again, for those of you tuning in, I'm using my standard 8 cups of water plus 1 tablespoon of vinegar to start. And then I am adding more vinegar sort of as needed. Approximately 1 tablespoon. Let's check in on this guy. I think most of that color has absorbed. That is really, really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and add a little more vinegar. Just to help everything bind. Sorry about that. Let's do rinsing off my cups. All right. Oh, I need to rinse out one more pot. And because that the pink sort of crops, I'm just trying to wipe it off. There we go. Further back. Get the last. I'm pretty sure I added vinegar to that one already. Yeah. I'm going to add a tablespoon of vinegar. That's a little more. Approximately. It's all approximate. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh, should turn that heat on. Okay. And I'm going to sit down at the chalkboard, and I wonder, I don't know if she's on. Yeah, I could change the dye bath. Yeah, I mean, I don't use that. I basically use that pot for these dye-a-thons, but I don't think I've had like a surprising result come out of that pot. Most recent time I had a really surprising result was a recent episode of Dyepot Weekly where I did the yarn cake with the 2 strands at a time. But that was just a coated pot. That one was an aluminum. Yeah, so in general, like when I bought my dedicated dye pots, I chose stainless steel. Those are my favorite to dye in. Like they clean really easily, and yeah, I'm a huge, huge fan of the stainless steel. Excuse me. All right, so here we had colors 14 and 8, and we had 7 and 20. And so this was a total of 27 drops. And, like I'm gonna be very interested to see like the difference, like with the total number of drops of food coloring, and like the way, because the total number of drops of food coloring isn't indicative of the saturation level for a few reasons. One, different colors in the mixture will have different levels of saturation. Like a pale, I don't know, there's a pale gray, and that's going to have way less food coloring in it than black. So with the same number of drops, you're going to have vastly different color changes. Ooh, a creamsicle, yum. Where did I find my 8th teaspoon? I don't know, it came in a set. I had a set that had, it also has like a 1.5 teaspoons and stuff like that. Let's see. I think while things are heating up, I am going to take this as an opportunity to attempt to put in a commercial break. I'm going to attempt a commercial break, and I'm going to, yeah, I will be back. And like I'm waiting for my head to disappear, but I know that like not all of you see ads. YouTube decides, blah blah blah. But I'm gonna try turning off the volume right now. Okay. Nope, wrong. I'm back. Oh man, you guys. Oh. All right. So next is this blank, and so if you're just tuning in, I changed midway. We changed up the way that things are going. First, I roll a 6-sided die. If the number is even, then I'll do 2 colors. If the number is odd, I will do 3, not 4. Oh my gosh. And then I'll select the 2 or 3 colors with a random number generator from my the kit of 50 colors of food coloring. And then we'll use a 20-sided die to pick how many drops. And yeah, then see what kind of colors we get. You need a dodecahedron where possible now. Oh yeah, you like my my little bowl? It is like the Corel. It's just like a Corel salad plate. And then the big ones that I put the yarn in are pasta bowls, and I love them. I love, love, love them. Oh my gosh. I'm tired. Excuse me. Whoa, I'm tired today. Oh man. Woo, that's bookmarks for a craft show. That seems pretty cool. All right, let's go draw the colors for, I don't know if you're on, Miss Sock Blank. Yeah, let's go draw the colors. Where's my face? Nope. Oh, I need to remove both of those. I tried to get a, what? Oh, okay. I tried to get like a set of like 1/4 teaspoon things, but I couldn't find just, I want like a kit of like 20 1/4 teaspoons, because then I could do like that was a limiting factor when I was doing this with Wilton. with the Wilton icing colors. Yeah, I just didn't want to get multiple, like, what did I do with this glove? Oh, here we go. I didn't want to buy like multiple sets for the 1/4 teaspoons, I think, or for the 1/8 teaspoons. I mean, the set that I have technically comes with a pinch, which is, I think, 1/16, or something like that. All right. For number 7, or for number 8. Let's see how many colors we're going to mix together. 1, it's odd. We're going to do 3. Oh my gosh, this is like so much more complicated than I think I needed to make it. All right, let's generate the numbers between 1 and 50. Number 5, which is Maroon. Oh, I hope you're a low number. You were a pain to drop. Number 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, which is Terracotta. And 34, which is Deep Pink. Okay. I'm like looking to see. I don't see that she's on right now. All right. Move my phone away. Let's see. Maroon. Grr. I don't know if you guys can see the numbers. And I was like, oh, Maroon. Ooh. What did I? Yeah, I just got 19. All right. You're a pretty color, but you were a pain to drop. Terracotta, 4. And Deep Pink. Uh-oh. Is the dot at the bottom or the top? It's either a 9. It's the dot at the bottom or the top. You guys need to remind me. It's either a 9 or a 6. I'll start dropping and you guys let me know. Think. Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, let's do our 19 drops of Maroon. If I can. 1, 2, 3. I have to shake it to get them to come off. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I have a feeling like we've used up. Those drops are so big. Oh no, what is in you? Red 40, red 3, yellow 5, and blue 1 is in our Maroon. The dot is on the bottom. Wait. So it's a 9. Dot is on the bottom. Okay, so then there's 9. Thank you, guys. All right, 4 drops of Terracotta. Come on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 9 drops of Deep Pink, which I'm expecting will be viscous. And is this one? This is red 3 and red 40. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 8, 9. All right. This one is probably going to feel very, very red. That's my guess. But it's also, this one's going on a sock blank. So it's going to look so cool because the red 3s might strike on the out. Oh, I think it's going to be awesome. Ooh. On here, oh, maybe because there's some color, it almost looks a little brown, but, I don't know. All right. We'll find out. So the terracotta, I think had a little bit of everything in it. Let's see. Excuse me, everybody. All right, let's go over to our stove top. And this one is our sock blank, and that pot is hotter. And yeah, I'll do it over there. Okay. Okay. Our sock blank. I feel like, how many drops was this? Not like that many, but it seems like there's a lot of color. All right. Oh, I'm going in here. Deep breath. Here we up. There's a lot of color on that bottom. I want to get more of that out. Okay. All right, let's start dipping. So the difference with doing and it's a little curled, which whoops, might do some stuff, but the difference with dip dyeing a blank versus dip dyeing yarn is that if you think about it, there's a lot less surface area that your fibers have access to, because there's a little bit of resist in just the way that they are bound, that they're in the knit stitches. So that is just some could be a factor in the colorway. And we are seeing a little bit of crocking, but there's just a lot of color in here. And so this, I hope I'm not blocking the camera, guys. This is a stroll sock blank. It is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and that color is amazing. But there's still so much color in here that I'm getting a little nervous in that I don't want it. I want there to be a gradient. I don't want it to end up one color. But it looks like there's still so much color. So I'm trying to go nice and slow. Let's see. Making sure. Okay, I am on there. Yeah, so I find that blanks, etc., you have to be a little more patient with them as you are dipping, just because it can take a lot longer. This is a double-stranded blank, and I am now going for it with that last bit, but I have a feeling we're going to get a ton of color throughout that. But that is beautiful and rich. You can see all that color that is still left. I'm going to reduce the heat there. And let's check on, this friend. That's actually looking clear. Turn off the rear one. I'm going to turn down this front one. Leave you there. Okay, and I'm going to come back to my chalkboard. Nope. Oh, I have to hide that camera. Oh, yes, we talked about cats. I was like, what? I was like, oh. Okay, so this one we did color 5, which was maroon, and we had 19 drops terracotta, which is color 8, and then color 34, which is deep pink. So then we had 9 drops of the deep pink, 4 drops of the terracotta, and 19 drops of the maroon, and that would be 32. So interesting. Like, since I made the change, we're staying in the 30s, but when I was doing random, we were getting closer to 50. So I think that's pretty interesting. I finally got some soft blanks during the big sale. Oh, fun! Yeah, I think soft blanks would be really, really fun with kids. I know Lucas, he's really cute. He was watching me edit a video, and he was like, I think that it would be cool to leave some white space on some yarn. I think that that could be really pretty. And he was just talking about colors, and he's like, Mommy, I don't want you to ever sell any of my yarn. And I was like, honey, I promise I will not sell your yarn. We'll only sell your yarn if you want to, and then you can earn some more Legos or something. And he was like, no, I want to keep all my yarn. I'm like, that's totally fine. You can keep all of the yarn that you dye. Or, you know, Mommy will knit it and take gifts for people that we know. But yeah, you can keep it all. And the other day I was sending some out, and he started crying. Like, it was yarn that I dyed, and I don't think he'd seen the video or seen it before, and I was packaging it up to send it. He's like, wow, Mommy, that's beautiful. He's like, and then he's like, why are you sending it away? It's so pretty, and then I won't see it anymore. And I'm like, it was both adorable and hilarious, because I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that you think it is so pretty, but I was like, well, but someone bought it. I have to send it away. How old do you think that kids should be to do it? If you would trust a kid with a paintbrush, then they can dye yarn with food coloring, I think. I mean, I wouldn't do like commercial dyes, like tie-dye with a kid unless you trust that they won't try to like drink anything. But we used tie-dye and foam brushes with 2 4-year-olds, and they did great. I wouldn't have kids around while mixing dye powders, but I mix them like away from them. Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, the soft blanks, I mean, you can do something really simple like I just did with dip dyeing, but you can also go wild with your hand painting, and there's just a lot of possibilities. But you can, if you want to hand paint a design, you can also dip dye it first to have like a nice backdrop for what else you decide to use. But yeah, with young kids, I think food coloring is like a great thing to use. Yeah, and like Lucas has done some like come up with some really cool colorways. So then he had the hat that he wears. He did in a video that he hand painted with Kool-Aid, and I used that for a hat. And I think he used like orange, red, and purple. And then he's like, Mommy, my hat only has 3 colors. It's only a little pretty. I think I need to dye more yarn with more colors so it can be even more beautiful. And I'm like, I love you. I love you so much. So you only have acid dyes? I mean, so with I would do acid dyes with Lucas. I would pre-mix them, and let him use it with like a paintbrush or something where like he's not likely to spill. And I think that could be fine. With kids younger, I might not. It depends on like if you would trust them with a paint, like acrylic paint or something. And in terms, the concern more is less about like, for me, I mean, safety is always a concern. But for what I would let my kids do, with the acid dyes, the concern is less about the safety. Like they're safe in solution to use with children. Jakarta even has that on some of the bottles. But they don't recommend using the powders around children. The concern for me is more a mess concern. Whether or not I want, like how I would feel if they were to knock over a cup of dye or squirt it on the wall accidentally or something. So that's like where my concerns tend to come in. Yeah, Lucas is, yeah, he's, I cannot wait to teach him how to knit. I know, I love, like, so a long time ago, I did an April Fool's video, and it was like, ChemKnits is changing hands, and I had Lucas play with some yarn, and we made a little video. So last year for April Fool's Day, I was like, okay, Lucas, you're going to do a dyeing tutorial. Tell us how to dye yarn. And, I mean, the video's on the channel, and, like, he nailed it. Like, the kid knows. Like, he's like, and even though, like, then you look at it, then you look at it. Like, he knows my steps of the videos. It's really, really funny. I have a feeling, I mean, if Minecraft, I have a feeling that, like, he would be, like, he's going to want to do, like, video game streaming. I have a feeling. We're getting him, like, Let's Go Eevee, the, like, Nintendo Switch game for, I think I'm giving it to him for Hanukkah. I mean, I play Pokemon Go, and so he plays it. I play it with Deb, so like we go out and it like I like walk and we play it, and so I'm excited. Oh yeah, that's true. I think using guar gum with the kids so it won't spill as easily could be a really good idea. But oh, let's go check on our yarn. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Of course, as I stand up, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to sneeze. And then it doesn't happen. Oh, dear. We still got a nice pink. I wonder how... All right, it's very saturated. I feel like we definitely do have some amount of gradient though, but it is... Whoo, this has got a lot of color. I'm going to add some more vinegar to that one. And so, you know, if it's concentrated, look at all that crocking. If it's concentrated enough, even reds can take a while to bind. I need to remind myself, if I had like Google Home or something, I could be like, hey Google, remind me to buy vinegar. But I do not. I order a lot of stuff online. I do not order vinegar online. I think that would be really expensive to ship. I usually get, I get it at Costco, and then I refill it. I buy it at Costco, and then I know like a big 2-gallon jug, and then I refill it. All right. Let's draw. Oh wait, I wanted to take this guy out. Okay, that heat is off. Man, I didn't even overheat my stove today. I'm really proud of myself. Oh, this is beautiful. This is like, it's bright, but not neon orange. If that makes any sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Making sure I keep things in order. Oh, good. And timing-wise, I'm still doing fine. That's good. On Fridays now, the kids get out of school early, so. Oh, I am so sorry. You know, the YouTube messed up for me, and YouTube messed up, and the stream I set up the stream, and usually when I schedule a stream in advance, you know what it is? It's because I copied the settings from another video. Ugh. So normally when I set up a stream, the default, my usual default is Eastern time, which is my time zone. So I set it for 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and then I went and I looked this morning and it was set for Pacific time. So I shifted it, but I think that yeah, that might have been part of the problem. So YouTube lied to me because, so like I'll set a time and then it'll shift it to Pacific time, but it'll shift it correctly. It's really like weird and annoying. You guys play Pokemon Go also? Oh, awesome. No, the stream, oh, so, okay, so the streams, if you went to the beginning, there's a little button at the bottom that you can click that says live, which I guess if you're not currently at the live spot, then you can't see it. The stream should be like where, there's a little button on the video, and if you see the red light, then you're up to date versus watching like further back. Yeah. Okay, let's go roll for number 9. My chalkboard isn't as helpful for you guys today because you'd have to count to figure out what the colors are. But at least I like that the bottles have the colors on the top. That does give us like a tiny bit of information. And this glove is sort of done. Got my random number generator. Oh no. My random number generator. I want to get a new glove. So the way this is going today, and we shifted in the middle because 6 colors ended up being ridiculous. I'm going to first roll the 6-sided die. If it's an even number, I'll do 2 colors. If it's odd, I'll do 3. And then, okay, so it's odd. We're going to do 3 colors. And the yarn base for this one, for number 9, is merino style. And we're going to do 3 colors, and let's generate them. 39. That is eggplant. Another color that I'd be interested to try on its own. Number 3, red. No, that's the name of the color. The color name is red. And number 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 is electric green. Interesting. Okay. Those are some colors. I think this is like a nice random mishmash. Okay. D20. Let's see what we got. 17 drops eggplant. 7 drops red. 2 drops electric green. Let's start with the electric green. One, 2. Uh-oh. That's like 2.5 drops. Whoops. Everything's approximate. And then 7 drops of red. Okay, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. 5, 6. That one was like Jello. That one was like solid. Okay, and then 17 drops of eggplant. Electric titanium dioxide. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, Yeah, like with some of them, they're so thick that if I just try to drop, it'll get sucked back in. It won't come out. So I have to like do this like shake and continuous pushing to get the colors out, which is odd in my opinion. Okay, I need a new paper towel so I can mix that one up. Well, no, I don't need a new paper towel to mix it up. I need to rinse off my fork. And I need a new paper towel so we can take a look at what the color is. And the yarn base for this one is not, I'm not sure, because they used to offer merino style as just like as a yarn line. And I don't know if that exists at Knit Picks anymore. But I'm using merino style DK, which is 100% merino wool that's not superwash. So what color are you gonna look? So it's purpley. I think I expected the red to overtake it a bit more. But that's pretty. Let's see. Wait for shake. Yeah, that red was so gunky. So gunky. I think that's like, oh, that's not the camera I wanted. I think that the red, like this is the reds with the Wilton Colorite system are thick as well. But I guess like I don't know, I would almost prefer this as like an icing gel where I had to like measure it out with a measuring spoon if they're going to be that thick. But at least with the Colorite, like the drops of the red are really thick, but they form a good little ball, and so then they drop off. I'm not like fighting to get them out. And so that's one reason why I like it a little better, maybe. But the titanium dioxide also is like a reason why this is really fun to play with, and I think it's having, like for having pre-mixed colors, it could, like I think I'm going to be able to have a lot of fun with it. The kit's expensive. It's $110. So I'm not necessarily recommending that you run out and buy it because I think that unless you think you're going to use all of it, but otherwise with the Colorite system, you get more of each color. It's 8 colors. It's like $25, but you can get it with a coupon a lot. And I feel like some of these colors I'm starting to run out of, where I haven't felt that way with the Colorite system. So that one was like especially bad. But yeah, that's sort of like my sense. Like, and I don't think it's anything against Americolor, the brand. But I know that, I think that with Wilton, when they developed the Colorite system, the shape of the bottles, so you could get these, like, you could accurately mix colors again and again, was a big point of that kit. So instead of saying, like, hey, instead of getting, like, all of these icing colors and then mixing these colors, like, start from, like, this one is just yellow number 5. This one's just yellow number 6. And then mix it to get those secondary and tertiary colors that you want. So there's that. But all right, we are gonna, I should check and see how my pot's doing. Oh, I should probably just turn up the heat. But yeah, and again, like, if you're enjoying this, please give the video a like and subscribe to the ChemKnits Tutorials YouTube channel. And I know a lot of you guys know this, but I do have a Facebook page, which is just facebook.com/ChemKnits. But we also have a group. And so if you want to ship like any fiber related activities and stuff are welcome. It doesn't have to be directly like related to ChemKnits, but it's a group for ChemKnits fans. And yeah, I always like, I'll share Knit Pick sales there. I'll share like stuff that I'm working on. And then I'm around to answer questions, but it's a great community. We just hit 1,000 members. And so frequently questions get asked even before I can pop in. And yeah, it's fun. And that's actually something that was born from one of these live streams. You guys asked for a group. So created a group, and now there's like 1,000 people in it, and it's awesome. So yeah, huge thank you to all of you guys for hanging out for these live streams. Like, I have fun. Like, I just think that this is a lot of fun, and I like randomly picking these colors. Okay. Even when I have a wee little bit of a cold. It's still very pink. Ooh. That's a lot of pink. I'm looking forward to seeing what that one does when I unravel it. You are almost ready. Prep the yarn. This merino style is 246 yards to 100 grams. I put it in a different crease soak from all the Swish because, I mean, it feels a little different. Like, there's like a feeling that superwash yarns have, that it's like soft and really nice. Aw, thank you. Oh, my back, I'm like stretching. And let's see, what other things? Oh, it's the 30th. So, as I'm waiting for that to heat up, I know many of you are ChemKnits patrons already. So if you aren't familiar with Patreon, it is a platform that connects fans to content creators. And people on there do all kinds of things like writers, artists. I guess I fall in the artist category. I'm like, oh wait, no, that kind of includes me. But, you know, YouTubers, all kinds of stuff. And it's a way to financially support the creators so they can keep producing new fun content. And in exchange, we offer really cool perks to our patrons. So I offer things like behind-the-scenes sneak peeks, early access to new yarn dyeing videos, advanced notice of Etsy shop restocks, which if you want to make sure that you get in on like some mystery surprise yarn from a live stream like this, like you'll have a heads up before. Not necessarily that this is what's coming, but if you know, you'll be able to see the restock before, like, you'll know when to check the shop, at least. And what are some of the other things? You can get shoutouts in videos and permanent coupons to the Etsy store. And so I will drop a link into the chat right now, but that is a great way to support the channel. And whenever you sign up, you get access to some of the perks right away, like the unreleased Dyepot PS episode from November. You'll be able to go watch that right now. But other perks, you need to be signed up by the 1st in order to get the coupons and shout outs. And so if you sign up today, I think you would probably be charged today and then tomorrow. But you can reach out to me via private message if you wanted to ask some questions about that. But that is a big way to sort of like, if you want to support ChemKnits on like a continuous basis, that's something. But otherwise, if you want to just, or you could subscribe, be a patron for a month and then stop. Totally up to you. No judgment. But another way, if you want to just like support randomly and occasionally, is during these live streams. There's a little $sign down there. That's a super chat symbol. Your message will come up nice and bright, and yeah, it's just an easy way to contribute to all of the fun stuff. All right, let's go do yarn number 9. And again, I need to figure out how to make. Oh no, that's that camera. Huh. I need to figure out how. Nope, that's that camera. I need to figure out how to make that widescreen. Would I consider doing something like this in a live stream with acid dyes? I think it would be a little harder without them pre-mixed, but maybe. I have to right now time my acid dye use pretty carefully because since I'm dyeing out of my kitchen and I want to try to have things like put away before like kids get home, etc. That is like a real consideration. But I definitely want to use acid dyes more in live streams. It's just, I think it depends on how many stock solutions, etc. I have on hand. But I think I think that there are fun things that we could do with acid dye powders like this on sort of like using the powders. So I do have some ideas for that. So again, this is our merino style yarn. And this is what, a mixture of like green, red, and eggplant. I want to go a little slow, but not too slow. So I've never dyed this yarn before. I'm expecting this to go a little bit like Wool of the Andes in that, like, I think the reds will bind and the other colors might need more acid. But I'm sort of trying to go a little slow. Ooh, it's sort of like a... There's still some red in there. That's why. Slowing down. Oh, I'm going to reduce the heat. Looking pretty green down there. But there were still some reds. Sort of what I look for. Uh-oh. Tongs, tongs. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. I'm going to set a timer, I think, for 6 minutes. I'm going to reduce that heat more. And we are going to check on... Let's wipe that off. Just a tiny bit of pink on the spoon. See how our blank is doing? It's pretty good. I'm going to turn off the heat on this front one. And I am going to go rinse out this cup. In general, like when these things sink to the bottom, ooh, that's like a nice eggplanty. In general, if you want colors to sort of dissolve a little better, starting with warm water can help. All right, and Rebecca, what about our trash? So let's see, we got a lot of purples. We did get a brown. Like things, even with this kit, we skewed still very much into the reds. And let me talk about that a little bit. Oh, hi. So if we look at this kit, this whole row is red and orange. And this is eggplant and this is white, but this is a whole other row that is red based. And we've got some purples here. Like, there's pretty much like, what? Like, there's not a lot that isn't warm colored. And I think that's because when you're making icing, like, I think that the reds and pinks might be a little harder to achieve, or there's a lot more variety that you might want to get for like the pinks, because there's really just not as many greens or blues, and like purple is pretty underrated compared to all of these other colors. Oh, is this not where you go? Coral red. I mean, I guess I don't see anywhere else for it to go. So, you know, that's something to think about. But we definitely did not pull like as many blues as I necessarily would have thought. But it seems like, I mean, even with the Wilton Color Right system, there's like a yellow, an orange, 3 reds, and only 1 blue in that kit. So while we have like more blues and turquoises here that we could draw from, like almost everything that we picked today had some kind of red in there. And that sort of shifts. That's why we're not ending up with like a blue. But, oh, that one, some of those colors are pretty similar. I still think that we ended up with like really, really cool random colors. But like that's just, I guess, something to think about. Yes, leftovers. I might do something right now. Let's see. Let's see this color. That is our leftovers color. Oh, it's really not showing up on camera. Ooh, look at that breaking. Yeah, we've got like some reds and some blues at the end. Actually, this is very similar to the mixture of all 50. Really similar and a lot easier to make. Oh, holiday color skew in the red and the pinks. I wonder if you set the dye bottles in shallow warm water for a few minutes, if they would flow easier. Huh. That's an interesting question. I don't know. I mean, I think that like there's a lot of good things about this kit. Like there's a lot of colors to draw from. And I still want to play around with this more. Like I mean, I'll just go ahead and say it if I can get you guys back on camera. I want to go ahead and try all of these on a blank. I think that would be really cool. To just sort of like do dot of the colors. And that's one of the reasons why I'm like leaving them like this for now. I think that, there's a lot of fun stuff we could do. I think that it could be fun to, I was using a random color generator today, which each time we did it, there was an even chance for all of the colors. But if I mix these up at some point, like I did with the Wiltons, if I were to just draw 2 out of a hat and then mix them sort of equally, we might like not see, like I think the average, when we mixed them all together, the average was this like purple that broke green. And I think that's a color that comes up a lot when we're mixing these things randomly, because that's kind of what the midpoint of mixing all these food coloring colors together ends up at. Something very much like this. Like exactly like that, right? And so, that's, I think, just something to think about. But yeah, I mean, these bottles are each 0.75 ounces. I'm curious about how big the Color Right ones are. It doesn't say on the bottle. Oh, I need to add more vinegar. Wait a minute. These are... Okay, the bottles are the same size. These say they actually have less, but I don't know. I think that, like, when it comes to food coloring, there's only so many ways, like, that you can make things when you're dealing with the same ingredients. But the difference comes down to the formula. Like, what are the other additives that they have in there to make it flow well? And so maybe, like, there's a reason why Wilton is, like, a premier cake company. I don't know. Like, I don't really know. I don't want to, like, shade, like, Americolor or anything. I'm sure that it's, like, great. But unless, like, it was something that people really, really wanted to see, I'm not going to go out and buy the Heavenly 70 kit. I'm trying to do more videos with acid dyes and stuff anyway, but, there's a lot of food coloring here and I'll use it up. It's just, I know that, like, it takes more washing to get that titanium dioxide out, and that's a little bit of a pain. So I guess that's, like, my thoughts on it. Now, am I excited to have this? Absolutely. Am I excited to play with this? yes. Like there's, you know, it's fun to have like this paint box of like all these colors. It's really, really fun. So yeah, there's like a plus and minus all around. Ooh, you do mini skeins. Yes, I did get a request to use each of these colors individually, and I don't actually have plans to do that right now. You cake dyed wool of the Andes in Colorite with 50 reds and had more pink than red on the skein. I think that for a true red, you'll probably still need to use a lot of color. I forget how many drops of the red I used when I got a true red with it. But it was on just like a portion of the skein, not a whole skein. But like true red is not something I've hit a lot with food coloring. Wait, 5 pinks, I missed something. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the difference is. I haven't looked at the difference between this one and the Heavenly 70. I think that the Heavenly 70 might have more beige colors in it. Actually, let's look. Hi, yes, I have dyed alpaca yarn. Not a lot, and there actually will be some videos coming up. The Hanukkah special starts next week, so, but yeah, there's some videos coming up on the channel soon. All right, let's look at the Heavenly 70 kit. I don't think, I would put the link in, but I don't think it would let me. Oh, there's a lot more greens and blues in there. There's more beige colors. Like there's, yeah, it looks like there's more brown. There's a few more brown and beige tones. Not necessarily more, maybe like one more purple, but it looks like there's more green. And even more red. Yeah, I'm curious about how those purples break too. Okay, let's do like a random yarn. Let's move you back over here. Let's check on these guys too. Okay, that is pretty close. How are you doing? Oh, we've got a lot of. Oh, we need more vinegar. I was like, I mean, maybe I did add vinegar already. I don't think I did. I was distracted getting my like thoughts as a whole. Ooh, look at all that blue. This one has so much crocking. Yeah, the heat's already off on that one, but I'm gonna let this one. I'm gonna have this one. This one's got a lot of color in it. Okay. All right. What yarn do I have on hand? All right, guys, I've got Stroll and I've got Swish. Which one should I use with the leftovers? Let me know in the chat. Hoo-wee. Oh, and I can write up. So this one was 39, 3 and 15, 2, 7, 27, 24. Yes, that had a lot of red crocking on it. Stroll, Stroll, Swish, Stroll. All right, leaning towards Stroll. But this one I'm going to do a little differently. The yarn is Uh-oh. Let the dice decide. I already pulled out the stroll, so I'm going to go for the stroll. I am... Okay, that's warm. The yarn is dry. Sort of placing her in the pot. Probably could have stuck my hand in there, but... And then we're just going to pour the dye on top. Trying to get it all. Sorry if my head is blocking. I don't know where I am in relation to the webcam. Ooh, actually, I have an idea. Let me move you guys here. All right, so we've got, this dye is mixed in 4 cups of water. Let's go here. Oh dear. Let's see what happens. I am resisting. I want to go like this. I am resisting. I'm not sure how much vinegar was in that pot either. I'm liking, I don't know if you guys can see those like swirls of color that are just like coming up. So again, like this is what it looks like just when I dip the paper towel into it. So I could have dipped, but oh, you know, the colors aren't coming through as well. It looks brown. It's definitely red. It's like a burgundy. It's a burgundy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm okay. It's about 1 o'clock. Like thinking. Thankfully, like yeah. The I did not touch it. I did not touch it. Let me pull it back up. No, wrong camera. Let me see what I can do here. Video capture device. Uh-oh, where did you go? Window, properties, zoom. Well, that's annoying. It doesn't want to focus. Come on, focus. If it keeps doing that. Okay, it seems to have figured out where it is. Any dye left in the other 2 pots? Let me check. There was still, there was last check which of course you guys can't see anymore. Okay, so this is the amount of blue that's left in number 9. And there's barely, just like a bare hint of pink in, and actually I'm adding a splash of vinegar to the number 8 stock blank. That one I have a feeling is going to bleed. This is pretty. Let's see how you're doing. Oh, that color, all right, I'm not moving the yarn. The color has almost all absorbed here. So if you added the dye before you added the dry yarn, just let the yarn sink down on its own. Would you see the color breaking? Yes. And in fact, before back before I started dyeing to break yarn, I would the way that I used to do it was to add yarn or roving like slowly and sort of instead of just doing the dip. But if you add it dry, dry is a great way to see color breaking. Looks like a squirrel. It's so funny. Oh goodness. Ooh, hot chocolate and marshmallows. Yeah, but oh my gosh, you guys. This was fun. I'm glad that, so like, when I saw this kit, I was like, ooh, that would be fun for one of these mystery streams. I think it could be fun to like try this again, but maybe, I mean, I like rolling the dice, so that there's something fun about that. But I think that maybe I should try this again and next time do like an equal proportion of 2 colors. And then maybe do the same rules as before. It's like once I use 2 colors, those are out, and then I'd have to use another 2. But yeah, I hope Alaska. Yeah, so it just said that there was a big earthquake in Anchorage, and so I hope everyone's okay. So the question is, how would the yarn knit up with dry yarn if you added dry yarn to the pot and just let it soak in? It could be pretty random. And honestly, there's a lot of variability. It depends on how the yarn sinks in. Like it could give you just sort of like a random kettle dyed look, or you could get something. Yeah, there's just a lot of variability with adding the yarn dry and letting it sink in. But usually it would be like sort of random, not repeating. But that's cool looking. It definitely looks way more red and pink than it looks on camera. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. A 7.0 followed by a 5.8 aftershock. That's awful. Did that just happen right now? Oh goodness. Excuse me. That is horrific. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, that's looking. There's a hint of color yet. I'm not fluffing that yarn yet. This one's about clear. Okay, oh my gosh, that's just horrible. Yeah, I hope that everyone's safe. I'm now like wanting to go read the news. But we are just about done here. So I think that I will start wrapping up. Yeah, in the, probably soon-ish, I will update the video description for this live stream to have exactly what went into each colorway. And so then in the video description, I'll put the color number, the color name, and the number of drops in for each one of these. And I'll also have that information in the video for when I do the recap. Once all the yarn is dry, I'll do a recap and publish that, and then if you pre-ordered yarn, I will be shipping that out. But let me like do a quick like run through of these colors. But trying I need to zoom this guy back out. Weird. It has this like cropped for some reason. Okay, so on the stovetop, we have number 9. We're going to go backwards. And number 9 was I should grab my notebook. Number 9 was a combination of eggplant, red, and electric green. And we've got sort of a burgundy and then like this dusty blue here. That's really pretty. Almost all of this color is in the yarn. And in fact, I'm going to turn off that stove right now and I'll be removing that shortly. Number 8, which is a mixture of maroon, terracotta, and deep pink. There's a hint of pink in here. There's a lot of crocking. It's unclear. I don't think that the color that's in here will necessarily absorb. I think that there's just a lot of pink there. And so that's what we're seeing. Right here, and I think, all right, no, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it, I'm gonna leave it. This was the leftover dye. A little bit of everything just sort of in there. And I am going to turn off the heat though and just let it cool off in the pot. Yeah, I've got, oh, I didn't mean to turn that guy on. Yeah, I've got wet yarn all over my house. Okay, so let's go through some of these other friends. And number 8 was a sock blank, and number 9 was the 100% merino style DK. Number 7 was a mixture of gold and terracotta on the hawthorn base. Number 6 is a mixture of navy and watermelon on Swish DK, which is a little more grape than a broken violet colorway. Like I think there's a bit more blue maybe in it. Number 5 also looks like a little bit like broken violet. It's a mixture of watermelon and sky blue. So, and this was on the stroll base. And number 4 is like a marine blue with a hint of red. And it's just, ooh, this one is really cool. This was a mixture of warm brown, turquoise, and black. And this one there's only 36 drops, but the colors are very saturated. And then before our roll change, we mixed 6 colors together for this one. We had stone, coral red, lemon yellow, tulip red, leaf green, and eggplant. And we've got sort of a really warm brown to a green. This is a day for burgundy type colors. We have another one that definitely goes from like a brighter crimson through something more muted. Number 2 on Wool of the Andes. Yes, on Wool of the Andes was a mixture of 5 colors. Maroon, mauve, Wedgewood, forest green, and gunmetal. And it's just a beautiful, like, saturated color. And then finally, we've got our very southwesty. This was, number 1 was a mixture of electric orange, electric pink, electric purple, and taupe. And the combination of all those electric tones gave us something that was not electric, that's very like, it's saturated, but it's a beautiful, I mean, I would call this one terracotta. But I think it's just really pretty. And so that one is number 1. And yeah, now I've got yarn all over my house. Oh, man. Oh, okay, yeah, there's our stove. And you can't see my face. And today is the first time I had 3 cameras because I got a new webcam on Black Friday. And I have to figure out how to like adjust everything. So crocking is also sort of like crashing out. I think the terms crocking and crashing out, the bits of red that you see around the edge. Back away from the yarn. Oh gosh, my house is like bursting with yarn right now. I took advantage of that big sale in a big way. Yeah, guys, we did it. Yeah, I think I made the dice rolling a little more complicated this time. I think that, I definitely have ideas and plans for more mystery things in the future. I think it would be really fun to throw in like the technique as like a mystery in there as well. This all started because, goodness, when I was dip dyeing just single colors of like Wilton icing color, and then we decided to mix 2 together, and we mixed, what was it, like copper and teal, and it gave us this most beautiful sort of green that just blew me away. And so, yeah, it made me want to explore like more random mixtures to see like, ooh, I mean, I guess like mixing colors in general isn't something I would consider a strength. But then especially when you combine it with breaking, like sometimes you can see things that like are different. So you might have something that in the mixture looks brown, but then gives you like a great green and whatnot. And so, yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I think, yeah, I would love to hear like, what kinds of things you guys want to see. Like if you guys like this, if you want more of these surprise kind of things. Like there's just, there's a lot that we can do with all of this. And even though like the Americolor isn't like my favorite, I think that I will be playing with it more. I do wonder, like I found the color rate is just a lot easier to use. It's easier to get those drops out. But there are fewer colors. So, I mean, it's something fun with being like, oh, we mixed like, I guess it's also hard just with the there's a lot. There's a lot of colors here. Space dyeing technique. Oh yeah. No, I mean there's stuff that we could do. And the thing with this is that they all end up being really beautiful because ultimately they all have the same basically 6 ingredients in them that cause color. And so like there's like, a limit to where it'll go. You could, I think with space dyeing, you could create things that look weird or strange or off just by mixing different colors. But there's also a potential that you could mix some random ones with some space dyeing and get something really, really cool. Yeah, soft lines with dots. So yeah, I think that I've got ideas for other fun live streams, and sometimes I just will come on live and just dye whatever sort of I feel like. But I think that in general that we have a lot of fun, and I hope you guys had fun too. I know that I did. I'm really tired, but it's a good tired. Normally in these, I don't know what it was today. Normally in these, I spend a lot more time like sitting down when I can chat as we wait for things to happen. But today I was like pretty much up the whole time. So I'm not sure what it was, but I just know that I really, really appreciate all of you joining me today. And I just had a lot of fun, and thank you all. I know that like so many of you gave me you guys gave me super chats, and to all of you that pre-ordered yarn for this, and it's a big leap of faith not knowing what color you're gonna get, but it also, to be honest, like doing the dice rolls takes some pressure off of me, because since you picked which order like in the queue you are, it means like I'm not picking which yarn goes to which person. So it's not based on like, there's no like favoritism, it's all like chance. But it's really, really fun, and I really appreciate all of your support, and I have a lot of washing to do. That was a weird sound. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, I did not defrost. I don't think we're doing tacos for dinner anymore. I didn't defrost the meat. Okay. We had Thanksgiving, and then Keith's at a conference in town. It's just been a big week. But speaking of big weeks, Hanukkah starts on Sunday, and it's gonna be awesome. I still have to edit the bonus limited edition yarn. There's a time lapse of that too, and the recap of the whole Hanukkah special. But it's gonna be awesome. Like there's stuff most of the yarn bases are brand new to me, and it is awesome. Like it's just, some of these colors are like absolutely amazing. And I cannot wait for you guys to open them up and to hear what you think. I might do a premiere for the last night, the limited edition colorway one, versus like every night, and then do a little premiere and join you guys in the live chat again or something. We'll see how that video comes together when I edit it. But I had a lot of fun doing that the other night. It's like really fun to get to like hang out and chat and be less distracted, because I'm just like watching. Yeah, thank you guys. I mean, with like all the stuff I've dealt with like health-wise, being able to like work from home and do something that I love so much, like I'm able to do this because of you guys. And really like the last year, like really like leaning into this and leaning into YouTube has been an amazing experience. I think like I seriously underestimated the community that there was from all of you, and it is just a joy to have these familiar names pop up on these different forums. Oh, Tangled Cat, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. No, I'm really thankful. Oh gosh, I'm really thankful that I legitimately feel like that you guys are friends, that you guys are family, and it is just a very warm, supportive environment. And I feel encouraged to be my silly self, and that really does like mean a lot. It's like, it's nice to I'm not necessarily where I thought I was going to be a decade ago, back when like ChemKnits was born, but I'm really excited about where things are going, and I'm just like really happy, and I really love doing this, and I really appreciate that you guys like this too. And I really hope someday that I can get the chance to meet some of you in person. That would be awesome. I'm gonna see if in the next year I can start going to some more conferences, because it's been like a long time since I've done anything like that, and so I hope to do that. Oh, Marie, thank you for the super chat. No, I just like, I feel like it's a YouTuber thing to say like, oh, I love my fans, but I really like the level of support that I feel from all of you is just, like awesome is the right word, because it's full of awe. And I just truly, from the bottom of my heart, am like, with Thanksgiving and everything, I'm just so thankful that I get to this is my job, and I get to play and have fun and fill my house with too much squishy yarn. I haven't gotten in trouble for that yet. I'm almost about to get in trouble because it's spilling out into other rooms. We might move the boys into like one bedroom, and I am to like have a dedicated guest room, and I am not allowed to keep yarn in there. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna go. Gotta pick up Lucas really soon. But thank you so much, everyone. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, Etsy, Patreon, links in the description, all of that jazz. But yeah, thank you, everyone. And yeah, there's, I have an announcement coming soon. I mean, it's not that big a deal. I just have, looks like a new logo. I'm a little excited about it though. I don't want you guys to think that like it's something like huge, but I got a new logo and I'm really, really excited. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna unveil it yet, but I got a lot of stuff with it on it now. So I'm really, really excited. So hopefully soon. Would you be able to combine blue and pink Wilton colors to get a breaking color? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I have a FAQ video, but anything that has like any of the reds and blues, if you combine them, food coloring wise, they'll break. And in the last one of these, we got some amazingly deep purples. But I'm not going to say what it is. My old like little DNA knitting needles thing that Keith maybe like generated that with an equation. Yeah, I'm ChemKnits. All right, I'm gonna go for real now, and I will chat with all of you soon. And got to turn off the stove too. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.